Hi there, welcome to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'm just showing you a story. As Africans, we need to know this. They won't teach you this in school. That Leopold of Belgium ruled Congo as his private property for 23 years. He cut off the limbs of Congolese who did not meet their daily quota on the plantation. At the end of his rule, he killed 50 million Congolese people. He's seen as a messiah in Europe. But in Africa, our education is controlled by the colonizers, where they teach us about Hitler and not Leopold. Leopold, because the oppressors don't want us to see the evil they did to us. I really think there is a lot of truth in what I just said now. And also, it makes it even more important that every African must begin to ensure that we look into what is being taught in our schools on the African continent. It is our responsibility, after all. Yes, we know people have used different things to try and control us mentally, namely religion, education, you know, all manner of things getting us to turn against our own ancestors. But really now, as Africans, it's time for us to take control on our continent. We mustn't allow anybody to do it. And there are people who are leading the way. Look at Ibrahim Traore of Mali, Assem Goita, Assem Goita of Mali, Ibrahim Traore of um, Burkina Faso, yeah, Assem Goita of Mali, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, General Chiang of Niger, and now President Boussari Doumbouya Faye of Senegal. These are real Africans who are beginning to take control. As we speak right now, Niger has kicked out the UK and US and France from their continent, from their land, and they are putting in air defenses that they've come to an understanding with Russia to get training to defend themselves, to exercise their sovereignty on their terms. These are the things we need to begin to build in Africa. I do not believe that Africa should allow the shackles of colonization to any longer hold us mentally, psychologically, physically, or anything else. It is time for us to stand up. It is time for us to collectively get up. We need to support the alliance of Sahel states. Yes, we must support the alliance of Sahel states. It's very, very important. This story here must never ever be forgotten. Every school in Africa must have the story of this King Leopold and the damage he did. If anything, to prevent any African from allowing this to happen again. And those who are puppet leaders need to be faced with this, because those who are being puppet leaders, they are working ultimately for the same people who whose ancestors are these guys. Some people in Europe are against what has happened, and they're working vehemently to fix that. I get that. But ultimately, the responsibility to fix in Africa lies with us Africans, and we must collectively take that role on unequivocally. I, for one, am being very, very clear. On the African continent, our spirituality must be restored without question. And it is nobody's business. No religion has the right to impose on Africa Christianity or Islam, and to the detriment of what our ancestors gave us in many parts of Africa. We need to be proud of our cultural gifts, the spiritual gifts of our ancestors, and embrace that. What this man did here is pointing to that. You see, his heart and everything else. He looks all, but look at the actions that because the man failed, was not able to meet the quota. On the others of King Leopold, you see in the picture. On the others of the man with the white beard, in the picture that you see King Leopold, killed 10 to 15 million. And part of the killing was the maiming of the people. Until today, till today, Congo has not recovered. But it's time we Africans, we take this on. We must take this on. We need to continue. Again, I am taking this opportunity to talk about the Africa Zone 54. We're going to try and start having weekly meetings. I'm going to be talking to people, and I want you to join me at the Africa Zone 54 meetings once a week. We just need Africans from across the African continent to start meeting up. Don't wait. Don't wait. Let's start meeting up. Let's start interacting and build something. We can and must do this. This is our responsibility. This story is something we need to learn from, and we need to let it motivate us to take action to free Africa once and for all. Our story did not begin with what you see in the picture. Our story began with great kingdoms that these people came and saw and they destroyed. And we need to connect to that great kingdoms of our ancestors and rebuild it. And like the phoenix, rise out of the ashes. We can and must do this as Africans. So, this man here, we know would be good to know his family. I'm sure they kept records. If we know this, Belgium owes them not just one words of apology. This is damage, physical, hard evidence that we see here. There has to be reparations. The raping of Congo that's going on now, with the looting of the resources, can only be stopped by only Africans working together. That I firmly believe. Anyway, what are your thoughts on what you just had? You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to the power, and you, of course, you just saw what's happened here. And the man in the white, suit is obviously one of the people working for King Leopold that you see in the picture next to me here, who oversaw the killing of 15 million Africans, something that is not being spoken about. But they will tell you about Hitler, like they said. The fact that that is not even being acknowledged shows that they do not count you as an African to have value. It is time we start giving ourselves value, take back what belongs to us, and we start psychologically. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to wake up as Africans. Africans arise, Africans arise, and may our ancestors guide us to awaken ourselves as Africans. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thank you, and bye for now.